What's up, dudes? Chooch back with another one, and today I'm out here doing some winter riding on a phenomenal wheel. So this is the old Msuper Pro right here, and this was the wheel before the RS19 and the RS Torque and RS Speed came out. And this wheel was only around for like a little window in there for like 8 months before they came out with something new. Check this out, guys. I'm about to run into a whole pack of either pheasants or turkeys. I'm not sure what they are. I think they're pheasants. They don't look like turkeys, but the sun glare is like hitting my eyes right here. And then at the last second, I'm like, oh no! Like, look at that. Look how many of them there are. You see so much wildlife out here in Colorado. I see it everywhere. I see elk. I see deer all the time. I see turkeys. I think those are not turkeys. I think they're pheasants. Pretty sure. But I see all kind of stuff out here, guys. I see I'm starting to see little red-tailed foxes everywhere, and I just love seeing the wildlife, guys. Stay your distance. If it's something like an elk or a bear or something like that, be smart. One thing to really note is mountain lions and stuff like that, and I'm always out and about. You gotta be keen on that, because with mountain lions, they'll know where you're at way before you ever know they're there. And they'll attack you just like they do anything else. They go straight for the neck. And so you got to be really, really keen on your surroundings out here in Colorado. It's no joke. It really is no joke, guys. And for the most part, it's not going to happen. Like if you're on standard hiking trails and stuff like that, it's not going to happen. But where you'll get mixed up is being on this thing and being somewhere where there's usually cars that are enclosed, like a dirt road or a scenario like that, where typically you wouldn't have people walking or biking. And then you come in on this thing just cruising along, and you get like an elk that comes flying out of the woods at 30 miles an hour. I mean, that's going to put you in the hospital. And he's not even going at you. He's just, being a goofy elk and just coming flying out of the woods at 30 miles an hour and not seeing you. So anything can go wrong with wildlife up here, but I love seeing it. So if you keep your distance, you're respectful of it, and you can just enjoy it. Like, I really didn't see those birds right there. I was not trying to go at them or anything. The sun glare is insane here in the evening time. They even closed down I-70, Interstate 70, recently because of the sun glare. I'm not kidding you. They closed down the entire highway that's going across the United States until the sun went down. So the whole sunset, they had the highway closed and traffic completely backed up, just because of how gnarly it is. And it just has to do with like the elevation here and literally the angle you're sitting at going up the mountain right there. So you're going to be going up the mountain at an incline, and that sun is coming down, setting right there, and it is literally so bad you can't see, and it was causing a lot of wrecks and whatnot. So I'm always struggling with that in the evening time now, especially in the winter time with the sun. It's right in your eyes. And then another thing to look at, guys, look at all the salt and brine on this road. So this is a mixture that they use here, and it's not full salt. It's not all salt. It's like a mixture of, like, it's called brine, and there's salt in there as well. So this right here really, you would think that it would tear up the bearings, guys, and be a problem with it, but this wheel has been riding absolutely fine. I've rode it in all of this weather, and all that mud in there, guys, it caked in there, and it did stay in there. One thing that's important is to get that mud out of there before it dries, and the best way to do that is just to loosen it up with a stick, like just kind of jam a stick up in there, or either take a rag, guys, and take a rag, and you don't need a big one. Take a small rag and turn the wheel on, and kind of shimmy that rag into that wheel well, and slowly rotate it, and it'll grab that chunk of mud that's stuck in that wheel, and it'll pull it out, and it'll pop all that mud and everything out, and that rag will come out. So make sure it's just like a dirty shop rag or something like that, and then that's one way to get all that mud out of that wheel well, because you want to do it whenever it's wet, because if it dries in there, what'll happen is it'll dry, and then any of those pebbles that are in that mud will create a problem. Whenever you're riding your wheel, whenever you hit bumps and whatnot, and that wheel is expanding up and down, it's going to be hitting those dried pebbles in there, and it's going to wear your tire down. So that's what happened with this wheel. My tire got worn down, not just because of riding it, but because I had mud stuck in the wheel well that dried with those little gravel rocks in there. It really wasn't a problem. I was able to, I took the whole thing apart, and like I said, I like working on these things. So I took it all apart, did a full clean on this thing, guys, and I did an actual waterproofing on it. So it's not even waterproofed here. I did a full clean on it. Completely waterproofed everything. I put marine grease on, so any of the inlets, like the inlets where you have the actual motor bolts that go into the pedal hangers, I don't use silicone there. What I use is marine grease there, and then I silicone the side panels all around there and any other inlets, and then I take all the wires and encase those in a little bit of electrical tape, and then I take marine grease and put on the outside of the electrical tape. So if there's anywhere that the water may get in through that electrical tape on the connectors, the marine grease will be there to repel it. So I really do, guys. I really make sure that these things are completely waterproof now. I used to not do it, and I never had a problem. I swear, I've seriously never had a problem riding these things in snow. No problems ever due to water. I mean, that is the one thing that I would have thought I would have had an issue with by now, is water wrecking one of these, but I have not. And I used to not even care about the whole process of, putting marine grease in it and silicone and all that stuff. But now I do it, and now I just feel completely confident with it. And the only way that a wheel would essentially get damaged, the way I do the waterproofing now, is if the entire battery packs were fully submerged for it'd have to be 20 seconds. And if those packs were fully submerged for more than 20 seconds, then yeah, something would go wrong. But for the most part, for just your normal rain, everything like that, there's not going to be an issue with the way that I set these wheels up now. They really can be waterproofed for an easy way, and you can make it look decent, guys. You really can. And you just got to not be afraid to do it. Anyways, dudes, that's some mountain ripping on the Msuper Pro. Hope y'all enjoyed it. You can pick up one of these in the link below. They're called the RST now, so you really can't find an Msuper Pro anymore. So the new one is the RST, and that one's just going to be the upgraded version of this one if you want to check it out. Links below, guys. It's been Chooch. If y'all enjoyed the video, throw it a thumbs up. I'll see you in the next one.